Have you ever noticed that sometimes, the more distance there is between you and a man, the more he seems to miss you? Understanding the psychological triggers behind this intriguing behavior can unlock deeper insights into male emotions and relationships. In today's video, we'll explore the key reasons why men start missing you more when they're apart, whether it's after a breakup, during a period of separation, or even just a short time away. By delving into these fascinating psychological factors, you'll gain valuable knowledge to navigate your relationships with greater confidence and understanding. Stay tuned as we uncover the amazing facts that explain why absence truly can make the heart grow fonder for men. The psychological distance effect. One of the most powerful triggers for missing someone is psychological distance. When you're always around, whether emotionally or physically, it's easy for a man to take your presence for granted. This isn't necessarily intentional, it's just human nature. But the moment you create space, whether it's due to a breakup, spending less time together, or even just focusing more on yourself, that distance forces him to reflect on what he had. He begins to reminisce about the connection, the laughter, and the little things that made him feel alive. And that's when he starts to realize the true value you brought into his life. When he faces challenges or stress, here's a surprising one. Men often miss you more when they're going through tough times. Why? Because during moments of stress, setbacks, or hardship, they crave the comfort and support that you used to provide. When life gets hard, he starts to reflect on how you made him feel safe, understood, and cared for. It's in these moments that he truly realizes your value. The comfort effect. Let's start with the basics. When you were in his life, you were his source of comfort, someone who provided warmth, support, and that sense of being understood. Men often underestimate how much this matters until it's gone. When you step back, he starts to feel that void and begins missing the emotional comfort you once offered. The routine interruption phenomenon. Humans are creatures of habit, and when you're part of someone's routine, the daily texts, the weekend calls, or those little habits, you become ingrained in their life. When you suddenly remove yourself, it disrupts his routine. That's when he starts to notice the empty spaces you used to fill, and that's when the longing begins. The effect of independence. Independence is incredibly attractive. When you're comfortable doing your own thing, pursuing your passions, and not relying on him for validation, it creates a sense of respect and admiration. Men start missing you more when they see that you're capable of thriving on your own, as it challenges their perception of being needed. The reality of emotional attachment. Here's a truth many don't talk about. Men often develop emotional attachments even when they don't show it. They may act indifferent or distant, but over time, the bond you've built together starts to become a part of their emotional makeup. When you pull away, that attachment doesn't just disappear. Instead, it becomes more apparent in your absence. The realization of genuine connection. Finally, one of the most powerful reasons men start missing you is when they realize that what you shared was real, authentic, and unique. There's a moment when he looks back and understands that not every connection will feel the same. That not every woman will bring the same warmth, understanding, and joy that you did. This realization often leads to deep feelings of longing. The unexpected trigger of self-growth. Men are often intrigued by women who continuously grow and evolve. When you focus on your personal growth, whether it's advancing in your career, learning new skills, or becoming a more confident version of yourself, It triggers something in him. He starts to realize that you're not the same person he once knew. You're even better. This makes him miss what he had and question if he could have been part of your journey. So, there you have it. A different perspective on the psychological triggers that make men start missing you more. It's not about playing mind games or manipulating emotions. It's about understanding human nature, focusing on your own journey, and being the best version of yourself.